Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 13 of Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch. God, I hate them. Oh, when you broke my Legion, swear to God. One of these days, you'll get what's coming to you, old man. Can we do a drug run? I don't really have the ships for it, and we would definitely have to vote for that to be a thing that I do for me to bother doing it, because it would require me to design a smuggling ship, which I don't have. Otherwise, it's unnecessarily complicated. All right, so here's Alpha Sundra. It is in the brighter orange, which means we can make a round trip to it. So I'm going to save a copy because I'm paranoid. But Poetic Artist, if after I finish this campaign mission, I can always have drug smuggling on there. In order to be a proper drug smuggler, you want to install mods onto your ship where you can store, oh, hi pirate, where you can store cargo, shielded cargo, and then also the lowest possible sensor, or what's it called, sensor profile. So there's mods that allow you to hide your sensor profile. Otherwise, it's, difficult to make it to port with illicit, whatever it is. Drugs, weapons, organs, whatever might be illegal. How far in the campaign are we? Currently we are doing the science team transport, and I guess I'll write that out. Which is really just one of the first missions offered to, on the campaign path. The high-tech trader at Boomload is done. So here is the orbital station, and it is demanding some supplies and some crew, offering stability. So here is stability up here. Stability is a value that maxes out at 10. One of the benefits that I would get going back to that system, to Jotunheim, is I could set up a comm relay in system to add additional stability. That's something I probably should have done. I would need some transplutonics and the like. But this orbital station is offering some stability. And then I'm going to start doing hazard pay to increase the growth. But if we take a look here, there's other things that we could do for stability. Like I could set up ground defenses for stability, or patrol HQ for stability. So patrol HQ, I don't think I can afford it, but here it is, adding a stability bonus. But I think at this point, probably getting over there and doing it in comms relay would be a good thing to do. And I'll try to remember to include setting up comms for Jotunheim as a poll item next time there's a vote. Oh, come on. I'm holding S. Storm shouldn't hurt me. I don't like the, sometimes when you try to go slow, you just get hit by the storm because you didn't prep the slow in time. Well, my tankers are taking the hits. Let me try to steer a little bit better. Where are we? Oh, we're pretty close. One more over. Ooh, spicy. There it is, Alpha Sundra 4. Why do I have that fully served? Oh, it's probably a probe ship or something. Hey, Tangier. How goes it? Pretty good, man. Pretty good. All right. You order a scan of the coordinates provided by Albus, or whatever his name is. No stable power source is detected. Comms attempts to transmit the coded greeting provided in the mission package, but there is no transponder response. In order to, you order an active sweep of the surface This is a less subtle approach which can reveal search targets to nearby ships, but you deem this is acceptable risk. In moments, your sensor profile officer reads, "Located the outpost. It doesn't look good, Captain." The outpost is completely abandoned for no reason you can ascertain. You send an observation drone to do a first sweep, and then hazardous ops salvage team. All find the outpost is pristine, eerily silent. All data cores have been triple wiped. A meal remains uneaten on the common mess table. The research team you've transported refuses to shuttle down, and after some consternation, they agree to take full responsibility for their decision, and you order the salvage team to quarantine until your techs can give them the all clear. There's nothing to do but return to the disheartened researchers of the Academy, along with the data that you've collected. So, did not go well. Maybe I want to survey anyway, just to say I did. So we go. Let's poke around to make sure that there's no ruins or anything out here. I will not be adding any mods to this series, despite requests. It gets requested all the time, and that is why it's very clear in the about that it's vanilla. Literally, the first word in the title of the stream is vanilla, so mods that change that would be obviously ignored. Nope, I am not going to engage them. I don't think the Legion is ready. Well, I could save Scum, but I'm probably going to get my butt kicked because that Legion is outfitted terribly, and that's kind of a lot of ships. But I just saved, so whatever, we'll see. You think it's Xenomorphs? Glitch? Yeah, it sounds like Xenomorphs. Moon's haunted. Come on. Yeah, the Legion isn't going to be able to keep up here. It's just full of, like, garbage flak, and I don't have enough firepower to cut through the big ones, I don't think. Yeah, it's just building up flux until it's going to pop. Alright, well, we won't be taking that then. I sort of suspected as much, which is why I saved right before. Alright, let's see if there's any other... There's a domain error probe over this way. Yeah, you think I should poke at the slimy eggs that are on the table of the cafeteria? Maybe I should eat the egg. Just don't even look at it. Don't even analyze it. Just eat it. Just down the hatch. All right. Again, no, I don't have the fleet to engage that, and there's no I'm not going to bother surveying there. I already have a colony location picked out. That is it. I've hit up everything. So let's head home and return to Alvis and let him know the unfortunate news that Moon's haunted. Moon's totally haunted. It might be a decent idea to... Well, actually, it looks like I've surveyed all this already. I was going to say a decent idea to hit things up on the way there. Points of interest that I have not explored, but I've pretty much explored all of these systems here. So I'm just going to go straight there. Save time. And then after this, so here's what I'm going to ask. After this, what do you want me to do? What to do next? Another campaign mission. Set up a comms relay for Jotunheim. Design a smuggler fleet. Bounty hunt. Trade. Build rep with Indie. Try tech. Those 6 options, they'll have to do. If you have other suggestions, You know what I will do? I will open up the suggestion box for future polls. It's open now. Oh, I missed something. Let's not turn back. Probably garbage. And the Matt just repaired the erratic fuel injector. Yeehaw! So my big ol' ship here is less demodded now than it was before. The erratic fuel injector gives me better fuel efficiency of that Legion, and that means I'm not burning so hot. So I don't know what we were at before, but right now the Legion takes 12 a day, and then everything else takes 1.6 or 2. So Legion is still sucking fuel, but removing the demods is pretty useful, so I'm totally okay with that. Hey, Merps. Yeah, I lost 2 demods already, actually. I don't know what the other demod was. It was, I think the armor was demodded? I'm not even sure. But I've already lost 2, which is awesome. That's why I brought it along, even though it was going to be stupid expensive to haul it around. Yeah, it had screwed up factories for fighters. Yeah, that might be what it was. It had, broken manufactory. Which, okay, yeah, I think that's what it was. Either way, we're getting rid of them, so that's awesome. Oh, did I overshoot it? I did. I have so much fuel I overshot it. So Bomalope is now kicking out, we're even paying hazard base, so it's kicking about 12k, which is awesome. Alright, so letting him know the bad news. Oh, Captain. He looks uncharacteristically gloomy. I heard about what happened. I feel so bad for the gravity dynamics department. I'm sure they're devastated. He looks downcast at the datapad in front of him. I'm gonna give him a moment. Yes, we should carry on. It's what they would have wanted. He lifts his datapad back up and taps it once on his desk. And the report from the replacement researchers about your performance was, he squints, I mean, satisfactory on the whole? And with the data you collected from the outpost site, his mood is improving rapidly, you note. The mission isn't a total failure. I mean, look at this. He taps excitedly at things on the display you can't see. Typical nerd. Boop, boop, boop. Hey guys, look, I'm tapping things. And I've been authorized to release full payment. So there we go. Full payment. Our relationship with them goes up 7. Our relationship with the Independents goes up 3, which is good because you guys wanted me to work on my relationship with Tritac and Independents. So welcome back. And next you say set up comms relay and take another mission. So comms relay is going to take priority. Comms for Jotun and campaign. All right, got that updated. So let's see. We can ask about a, let me just put these up as 1, 2, 3. What next mission? I'll read them off and then you can vote. But you can already read it. Ask about scientific object retrieval mission. Ask about transporting scientists to a research outpost in Alpha Mingrela. Ask about data retrieval on Sabriel. I'm not really sure if so this is Beta Dryad. This is Alpha Mingrela, and this is Sabriel in the Akron system. I'm curious if any of them line up with going to install a comms relay. Mingrela is this way, Home is that way, so they're kind of in the right direction for the whatever that was, number 2. And then I'm not sure where the other ones are. Akron. Well, I have no idea where it is. But yeah, whatever you want to vote for, I'll make it work. Even if it's a lot more fuel. So 2, 1. All right, looks like 1 is the one to do. So that's Beta Dryad. Dryad. All right, where is that? Oh, it's over here. There it is. All right. It's actually kind of near the other one, so I could maybe accept both. And Don Terrison, thank you for the resub. You wanted the call out so bad. And Death, thanks for the follow. All right, so let's go accept 2 this time. So data retrieval is the one you voted on primarily. So the gravity control department needs me to pop over 20 light years away. There is a 54,000 payment. They've been authorized to provide me a neutrino detector. Okay. And now I have neutrino detector as an ability. And then the other one was the Alpha Mangrula. They is pretty standard. For 59,000, just drop off some researchers. Okay, done and done. So if I'm trying to build up my reputation with the Independents and Tritac, I'm not going to buy my fuel on the black market with the Independents and Tritac. I will try to buy from Persian or someone else. Because, hey, Hatback, it's long time no see, buddy. Because, you know, we don't want to piss them off. All right, and we'll keep hauling around this lug of bolts legion that I have with me in order to try to remove demods. So the Dryad and Mangala are here. I have enough fuel to get there, but not home. So let's keep shopping for fuel. I'm not going to do any shopping here because the rest of these systems are independent, and that would piss the Independents off. Pissing the Hegemony, however, pissing them off is fine. Because I already have good rep with them. So if we take a look at my reputation here, the Hegemony, I'm already up to 23. And the Persian League, I should probably stop pissing off because I have negative 14, which is kind of bad. Improving it might actually be beneficial to me so that I don't, you know, go to war with them just yet. So I'm going to head up to Corvus to Jingala to buy more black market fuel. Hey, Tangier. Thanks for the gifted sub. You like this game? Well, I like the fact that you are one of my ace pilots that I rely on. As you can see in my my fleet here, you are the captain of this this legion. So it is a good arrangement we have. What are the goals? What's the flavor of this run? It's sort of being determined turn by turn. I just started a new colony, a brand new colony that is barely off the ground. So we're focusing a little bit on that, but then all the other things that we end up doing will just be pulled at this point. Is there? Darn it. I want to buy more fuel, but I want to buy fuel in the direction of where I'm headed, which seems to be difficult. I guess I could buy Luddic Church fuel, but they're going to want to tithe me. So I'll just buy some legit fuel. But if I'm buying legit fuel, let me buy it from the Independents. Don't you touch me. Get away. Alright, that should be enough fuel. And there goes my reputation. Really? Because I bought a little bit of black market fuel? You guys are such bullies. They're such bullies. Oh, the church doesn't die, just the path. Alright, well, I'll buy some fuel at Gilead. If this game isn't on Steam, you have to go to Fractal Softworks. I think I have that in my about. This series can only be this game can only be purchased on the Starsector's website, not Steam or elsewhere. Maybe I should fix that. I'll fix the wording so it is more clear. All right, done. And time to piss off the church. Yoink. I hate the church. Oh, but hey, their system's being overrun by pirates. Oh, well. And that interdict didn't hit me. Transverse jumps. Bye-bye. All right. So we have enough fuel to do what we need to do. So Beta Dryad, or whatever it's called, was one of the places that we wanted to go. So it would be artifact recovery here, and then Alpha Mingrela there. I probably want even more fuel purchased so that I can make it... Yeah, honestly, I'm going to want more fuel purchased so I can make it up to build the nav beacon. So I guess I'm not black marketing it. Also, building a stability nav beacon. I'm trying to remember what the relay costs in terms of resources. It's transplutonics, but I forget how much. I'm trying to Google it real quick. It's not 10 or 20, yeah, something like that. I want, yeah, I'll buy some here. I'll buy 50 transplutonic, or 50 transplutonics and like 200 metal just in case. You know, what am I buying them for? I'm buying them for a stability beacon. It's actually right here, right there, as part of the goal. And anything I don't use, I can just stash. All right, so that's a ton of fuel. So much fuel. All right, let's bounce. Going to beta first. And now I can cut my my transponder because we're not in the core systems anymore. And save. Yeah, I should definitely save. Drugs! Alright, how is Boomlo progressing here? Farming's not making money anymore, but the population infrastructure is. Well, when I swing by there, we'll see what kind of improvements we can make, and if I should invest in more developments or not. I'll be by there with a stability beacon soon. So, I am heading to... Nope, the other one. I'm heading to... Orbiting Gas Giant. Guess not this one. Oh, but there's stuff here. You can see more info on the Colonies tab. Yeah, here... I am paying for the hazard pay. I think once I get my stability up a little bit higher with the beacon, we can reassess what we want to do. Nope, not engaging. There's a lot of probes around here. There's also a survey ship here too. So this is a good system to come back to at some point. Seems to be a lot of salvage and things. Nope, not engaging that. I guess I've already hit up this system before, because some of it has been ruins explored and stuff. but it is full of probes that would be good for farming survey data and whatnot. Even experience if we want the combat. Oh yeah, but it has a nice water world. That's why I've been here before. So here's the salvage rig for the quest. You approach the derelict. Your sensor officers quickly points out that you're not the first to have found it. Outgassing and debris around the target's hull match a profile of recent salvage operation. And they were professionals, growls your ops chief with more of a hint of respect. Whoever got here first made efficient breach cuts at key access points, leaving only a neat net of lines secured to borer pittons favored by deep space salvage rats. You send out salvage team knowing that they'll find, and they perform their sweep with cautious efficiency. Your mission target is missing. You order your team's telemetry to hollow feeds to be attached to the mission file as proof that you performed this job for the Academy to the best of your ability. Captain, your operation chief calls attention to an active screen displaying the residual heat around breaching cuts. They're still hot. You might be able to catch the scavengers who made these cuts. Your mind races, putting a plan together. If you burn fast towards the closest jump point, their logical destination, possibly after spending more time in the system, you might just catch the scavengers before they jump for hyperspace. Perhaps they can be persuaded to give up the piece you were looking for. Alright, so the closest jump point would be here, and I'm going to e-burn towards it. And there's stuff. Oh, is this you? Yep, here they are. Alright, you caught up to the scavengers who took the Domain Era Forge components. You glance at their tactical report, and in tense moments before the comms link up. So here is their ships. They obviously have a lot more ships than I do. They're an armed fleet, but not heavily, and you're far from the core worlds. If you were to attack this fleet and prevail, you're unlikely to face serious repercussions from any major faction, or even the independent polities. Still, no matter how tight the infosec or how loyal the crew, dark rumors always swirl in the wake of bloodthirsty captains. The incoming comms request light blinks at you. The independent fleet assumes a neutral position. It does not appear to be the captain of your identity. Any hostilities will have a reduced impact on your reputation. So here's the kicker. We did indeed want to stay positive with the independents, so I'm going to answer the comms request. And it is an independent captain. An image of Cameron McGuire, the commander of the independent scavenger fleet, coalesces before you. In just a look, you can see his eyes that you both understand the stakes in meeting a stranger in the dark volume outside the core worlds. Bright stars, Captain, he says. What brings you to this humble orbit? I am going to go with the soft approach of number one rather than the bluff. You begin to negotiate. He only wants 13,000 for it, so yeah, I'm going to agree to the price. It's fine. We bought the artifact and we can leave, having not sullied our reputation with the independents. All right, next we have a science team to here. It's a barren, bombarded world somewhere in this system, and I have enough fuel to get there and keep going, so that's what we'll do. Give puppies a treat. My pleasure. Yoda, you gotta wake up for this, buddy. You need a save reminder? I'm making you want to play Starsector again? Well, hat back. I'm not going to stop you. Hey, there we go. Matt just repaired damaged weapon mounts. It is not demodded anymore. It's fully... Oh my god, that is such imbalanced. It is fully repaired. It's a 100% operational Legion now. Boom. All right. God, that is... that's crazy, crazy strong. Just a little bit OP. Yeah, just a little bit. Of course, it like bankrupted me 200K to get it up to snuff, but yeah, that's fine. It would have been like $1 million to fix it traditionally. All right, so the Barren Bombarded world is here. I'm gonna poke over to the other worlds before I go there, though, to see if there's no, there's no surveys. Oh god, it's a neutron star. No. What is this? The old Mercury that blew up. Yoink! Thank you for your luxury goods. Matt, very happy that his ship is now not Kaputski's. Donate some bits, thank you. And Menaroth, thanks for the follow as well. And Cruzio, I think you redeemed a pet Tusky. Not only will I pet Tusky, I will give her a treat. Oh, here you go, girl. Sorry, I skipped you. Come here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, all these missions have been failures. Scan the surface for the Academy. Your comms officer transmits a coded signal to the coordinates provided by the Academy, and you receive transponder pingback. Hey, for once someone's home. A comms link is established, allowing you to exchange greetings with the leader of the outpost. They seem eager to become your friend. An invitation is extended to share a meal with the research team leads. If it all feels rather false to you, but experience with the Academy has taught you that these academics' careers depend upon fostering networks of influence. After confirming the details of the shuttle flight down, you exchange pleasantries and close the channel. Ma'am, there's something I would... Wait, who's calling me ma'am? What? Your comms officer says, seriously? Wait, ma'am? Since when? Okay. We've received a transmission from what looks a modified telemetry repeater in low orbit. It is a cry for help. A hastily recorded holo from the outpost leader you just spoke to, here, disheveled, sweating, and fearful, reveals that the research outpost has been taken over by some kind of beta-level AI core. It's forcing the researchers to work on Starsector. I don't know. Attached surveillance records and system logs seem to bear out this bizarre claim. Help us, please, pleads the outpost leader through thickening holostatic snow. You're our only... And, yep. That's it. The signal degradates to pure noise. You consider your options. Rogue AIs are considered extremely dangerous. They are also extremely legal through most of the sector. We can... let me create a little poll here. What to do... I don't think option number 3 is available to me because I don't have any Marines. So 1, 2, and 4. That's going to be confusing. Option 1, option 2, option 4. So we can either try to negotiate, perform an orbital strike to destroy the AI despite the human cost, or leave. This wasn't in your contract. I currently do not have Marines to be able to capture or destroy the AI, which is unfortunate because that might have been the best option. I just didn't have any Marines. It only takes 5 Marines, which is sad because I have like 750 crew and not a single one of them has any guns. But live and learn. All right, we're going to negotiate with the AI. That is overwhelmingly the response. Your comm officer reopens the channel to the outpost, and you confront the outpost leader with what you've discovered. The image of the broadly smiling scientist freezes, glitches, and distorts as the AI drops all pretense. Blocked 204 no 257 comm system breach attempts, Captain. Your comms officer report whispers in your earpiece. Now they've stopped. Greetings, valued subject Rhadamant. Interrupt, query, to join us. To join, this is hard to read. We, us, them, ceremonial meal, deception function, assume denied, cold, dark, alone. Request omega, fail, core error, fallback. Noise pattern flow and weave across the comms display. Solidifying for moments on something suggestive of a face before collapsing. Dissolving like a storm. Systems on the lee side of a gas giant. Query, Rhadamant. Polite request. Elaborate presumed offer. Attempt to negotiate the release of prisoners or close the comms. I'm obviously going to attempt the release. You pause a moment, considering, then explain in clear, simple language that the AI should release the researchers to allow them to board the shuttle that you will send. You state that you will have an armed fleet in orbit and only wish to see the situation resolved in a way that ensures the safety of all parties. Received, Captain Rhadamant, hyperspace capable vessel 7, human credit amount, flagship, blah 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 blah. Conclusion, hostage life support system deactivate now, research staff 14 count. You glance through a list of demands sent by the AI, a small transport shuttle, a few varieties of maintenance drones, 10 supplies, 5 heavy machinery, 30 antimatter fuel. This type of shuttle can't make hyperspace, but there is no telling what this AI could do with the list of demands. I could pay it, accept the terms, or use a story point to convince it to surrender. So here's more options. I could accept the terms and make for the exchange, convince the AI to surrender using a story point. Story points are renewable. They're not a finite amount necessarily. As you level up, you will continue getting more story points. So that's a pretty good way to not have this have ramifications, or just like walk away. Drop the mic, walk away. Right, buddy? What would Yoda do? Alright, it's a dead heat between the top two options, but either we can try to make the exchange or try to talk it down. It's too bad I didn't have Marines to just be able to steal the beta core. Yeah, they do take a long time to get late game, because then it requires you to get a lot of experience. On the guy in Z and or, thanks for the follows, by the way. Alright, we're going to go convince the AI to surrender. And I'll close that up. You consider the situation. The AI does not seem nearly so clever as you've been led to believe. And was it the subject of some experimentation or modification that removed much of its intellectual capacity? You suspect that the fresh batch of academics, I'm just going to call them academics, will not be so forthcoming with details, whether through ignorance or simple human desire or not. All right, so there we go. We talked it down. Minutes later, your comms officer is repeating attempts to reopen comms. We have transmission from the surface. You recognize the research lead. I think it deactivated itself. There isn't some trick again, is it? And I gained a beta core as a result. Beta cores are pretty nice. And then we've completed the transport the science team. I'm not going to bother doing a survey because it doesn't have any points of interest there. And I'm going to do transverse jump out. Otherwise, we're going to get neutron blasted. So let's get the hell out of here. All right. Let's get up to Jotunheim. Hoping that I will have enough fuel. So this uses 400 and... Okay. Yeah. Let's hope that I have enough fuel to get out there and back. But here's the beta core that I got, which I can, in the future, use to improve the industries of my my homeworlds. Whee! How the outpost was surviving all the gamma radiation? Maybe it was a tidally locked planet, and they were living on the dark side. Or maybe they were underground. Or maybe they were never human at all. It's a bunch of AI. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna stop here for a second. That's a lot of planets. Volcanic, 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 toxic, volcanic, barren, okay, yeah, no, not a lot of, like, lovely planets, but this system has a lot of planets. Holy moly. Jesus. That's a lot of stuff. Was it a good trade? Yes. Yeah, I would say it's a good trade. Later on, beta cores aren't as rare when you're able to take on remnant fleets, because you can farm cores. Oh, hold on. Let me consider some surveys here, because there's, oh Jesus, definitely some ruins. But the Corona was blasting me away. That's more than I can carry. Era probe. No, what happened to my e-burn? It just I all of a sudden stopped e-burning, and that gave me the location of a survey ship. There's more ruins here. With a gamma core. Alright, I'm gonna have to make note to come back here in the future. I basically don't have cargo space, so I'm just dumping everything into space now. And I'd rather be able to loot and keep what I have. Hey Ash, thanks for the follow. I should have done a transverse jump. Oh well. And save. Good call. I'll even save copy. Paranoid about losing progress, because I am rusty at this game. Alright, so here we are. Nope, this is one south. Okay, yeah, my fuel's fine. I'll be able to make it back to the core worlds, no problem. Right, let's head out to a stable location and get some stability added. Makeshift comm relay adds 1 stability. Done. Let's also go to the other stable location and build something else. Probably a nav, so I'm faster, but maybe comms. So comms would give me intel while I'm here. Yeah, maybe comms. I'm already at max burn level, so I'll go comms. Now nav would help the local fleet that isn't my fleet, like my own armadas that get built here eventually to speed up, but I could always change my mind. I'm glad my name is an Artifice First Shift. Sounds like a really bad name. So let's do... Are there... let me save real quick. I'm not really sure if there's like diminishing returns on that or not. If I could do 2 comms relays, I would. You hope I'm having fun with the game? I am. It doesn't matter. My stability's already topped up at 10. It doesn't matter if I go higher than 10. So I take that back. I will build comms. Or yeah, comms. No, not comms, sensor. It isn't been diminishing returns, it takes the highest one. Good to know. Alright, so there we go. We have a little bit more sensors here. And next up, I will travel straight to the... That's not true. I'll travel to the Syndrian Diktat to buy some fuel. Because I don't really care about my rep with them so much. So 2 missions done. And what to do next? We have got a few options here. We can do more campaign missions, build rep with Tri-Tac or Indie, go smuggling, go bounty hunting. And if you have any other suggestions besides those, use the suggestion box that should be open. And I'll add like 2 or 3 more in a minute. If you got anything. I could refit, yeah. Well, another thing, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to go to Yama and drop off the Legion. I don't need to be hauling a Legion with me around. As that is like the most expensive ship of all the ones I own to haul around. At this point, it might even be worth... I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use the Conquest. That's the kicker. I guess I could pull for that. Be sad to get rid of the Poetic Artist, but maybe that's what I'll ask first. Should I keep the Conquest? All right. So the reason for this question is it really depends on what kind of fleet composition we have. If I keep the Legion and the Conquest, they're both carriers, and they both sort of serve the same purpose. I'm totally okay going like a carrier fleet versus a, you know, fighter fleet. Repair, demods, and then sell. So that's another thing I could do is I could pick up the Conquest and see what it sells for versus the Legion. And then if I think that undemodding it is worth doing for money, I could do that as well as a possible third solution. Oh, and I flew past my target again. 14th Legions are rare, yes. The battle group Legion that I have right now are pretty rare, whereas a regular Conquest is not as rare. Actually, for points of reference, I need to take both. It's a little bit apples and oranges because they're damaged, so I'm gonna have to repair it, which is gonna be pricey. And I don't have enough crew to keep them in strength. Is that a Hephaestus? Yeah, keep that. Okay, I have enough crew to man them all now. So if I go to the fleet screen, the Mat I can sell for 200k. The Poetic Artist I can sell for 20k because it's demodded. It's probably, so I'm going to add another option up here and reset the poll. The third option would be to remove mods and sell. All right, so there's the 3, and we'll have a new poll. Because it looks to be worth it, even if I consider removing all weapons from it. I think it still probably nets money. Yeah, it will net me money either way. Because there's basically no weapons on this to begin with. Alright, so it has increased maintenance, faulty power grade, compromise hull, and it has heavy ballistics integration. Let's see, augmented field drive and efficiency overhaul, and nav relay, dedicated targeting core, and just toss in some vents and capacitors, maybe some other things. Yep, apparently other things. Let's do expanded shields. Not quite enough. And has a compromised hull, so I'll do heavy armor. No, that's expensive. Something cheap. Accelerated shields. Alright, it's not fantastically built, but it's built-ish. All right, so here's the poetic artist. I'm not even going to do weapon groups or anything. I hope it never comes to that. And I'm going to put the Legion away, so I don't have to fuel both, because that's going to be way too expensive. But the Legion will be ready to go next time I need it, which is cool. Here's the Conquest. So the Conquest is not a, it's a battle cruiser, not a battle carrier or a battle ship. It's not, the reason why I was thinking about not keeping it is it's for battle cruisers, it's not great. It's fine. It was free. I got it for free. So free is amazing, but it's not the best tier ship. And it looks like you all are going to agree with me. We're going to undemod it and then give it the heave-ho. All right, I have way too much crew on me right now, so let me ditch some crew. I'll take like a bare minimum. And then I'm also going to put the fighters away, which is part of the Legion. I shouldn't have stripped them out. I was just trying to compare pricing. All right, there we go. So now we are going to head over to Galatia and make our money. And wait for these demods to get removed. And then we're going to sell the ship to keep us afloat. Because these Galatia missions, when I'm having the giant battle cruisers in tow, are kind of expensive. The fuel and the supplies to keep rolling. So we might have to pause for a bit. But what to do next was a question. Oh, God, why does it keep getting overwritten? Every time I try to save. Okay. So what to do next? Campaign missions. Bounty hunting. Trading. Smuggling. Building rep. Treasure hunting. Or poetic artists, I'm gonna have to reject yours. I can't afford a second colony, so I can't put that in the poll there. For a second colony, I would need, I don't know, $500,000 at least to be able to really afford a second colony. So don't exactly have $500,000 lying around. I could sell something important, but then I'd be ditching it. Place an officer on the Conquest? Yeah, I probably should. Especially one that lowers cost. So let's put that here. And Fang Face. Well, let's swing by the Hegemony planet to buy some fuel. So you can see the credits are coming down, down, down. I have not been focusing on making credits. They will pay me about 100K for the missions I just ran, but that's really not enough to keep the... Quit trying to scam me. To keep my current fleet afloat. So we don't have enough colonization infrastructure to pay for itself quite yet. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, it's growing. Here, as you can see, this is where total growth is. It's 41% of growing up. And I could, let's see, what improvements could be made? I could increase accessibility through the starport. So after this poll is done, I'm going to ask you if I should do that. The other story points here is for stability, but that wouldn't help me because I'm already maxed. I could make improvements to farming, which increases production, which I can afford through story points as well. And then this is for stability, which wouldn't help me either. So next I'll ask if you think I should spend some story points to improve my colony. All right, you open comms and he looks twitchy. Hello Captain, good to see you. The replacement team from the xenobiology department, they're glad to be back home. There's a bit of a problem with your mission file. It looks like someone is just out of your view of your display. He gives you the smallest nods to the other party, then turns back to your attention. All the data was irreparably erased, and I cannot emphasize enough that the Academy considers this matter highly confidential. All intellectual property, novel methods, patented devices, and other means observed in the course of carrying out this mission file are deemed confidential. So, there we go. So treasure hunting, we will go next. Got it. The Academy recognizes your exceptional service, particularly your discretion in this matter, so the Office of the Bursar has seen fit to double your mission payment. And quick glance to the other party, to other, partly behind the display, and then back to you. That's that's all, Captain. We should discuss other matters and not return on this subject. So basically, don't talk about what happened out there. And then the other mission. You have no idea how worried I was that Gravity Control Department was about this, whatever it is. He considers that for a moment, domain era forge components will likely be delighted when I let them know that you found it. First, though, I will let the finance department know to release your payment. All right, we're not going to inquire about any additional jobs just yet. We're going to go treasure hunting. So let's leave. We did make some good money, so that's always good. So treasure hunting means that I don't really need to carry much of a fleet, just a ghost crew. I'm gonna refuel at the fueling station over here, or mining station. Both. A little bit of black market, a little bit of legit, and then we'll get on our way. I still have cores in tow, but as long as I have mules with me, that should be fine. All right. I'm going to head to Aztlan and buy some more fuel to go treasure hunting. So what we're hoping to do is to find either... Oh, you know what? I need to go to Yama and pick up my my freighters as well, so that we have space for treasure. Just save and upgrade to Megaport. Well, I'm going to save anyway. But whether we upgrade to Megaport or not will be up to you. So let's take a look at Boomlo here. I don't have the money to upgrade to Megaport, so that is a moot completely. But I could make improvements. So should I spend story points to make improvements? Yes, improve both farm and what was the other one? Pop infrastructure? No, it was spaceport. Both farm and spaceport. Improve farm, improve spaceport. All right, there are 3 options for how to spend the story points, and put the vote timer in. Will your full fleet be able to take on those domain era probes? The full fleet might be able to, yeah. But right now I'm hauling around the Conquest to repair it and sell it. So this Conquest I have in tow right now is I would risk busting it up if I did that. Ooh, a scavenger that wants to mess with me. Go away, Scav. I'm going to store the cores. No, I don't need to store the cores. But what I do need to do is to take some treasure haulers. So I'm going to take the mules and the freighters. And then I'll take the little wolves with me too. I am under strength, so then let's also take the crew. To 785. No, maybe a little higher. 800. A clean 800. All right, so the fleet now is Poetic, Fangface and Poetic Artist, trying to get that up to snuff. It is the 3 mules that are really, really poorly designed that I should probably refit at some point. and then a bunch of storage, small little wolves for fighting, and then some storage for if I find anything of value out there. Thank you so very much for watching Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of Starsector, please think about voting for it when it comes up in the polls, and you can find out when the streams are by going to Rhadamant.com and checking the countdown timers or stream schedule. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.